all you need to know, the Bloomberg Quint podcast that prepares you for the day's business. Good morning. You're listening to the Daily Morning Update from Bloomberg Quint, and I'm Alex Matthew. Today is the 24th of September. Equity markets here in India continued to cheer the finance minister's decision to slash corporate tax rates. The Nifty 50 index ended 2.9% higher yesterday, despite having climbed over 5% on Friday. In yesterday's session, though, the return of foreign investor interest was clear. Provisional data showed that FII's net bought equity worth nearly 2,700 crore rupees yesterday, up from 36 crore on Friday. On the whole, FIIs were net buyers in only 4 sessions this month, including the last 2, and this might indicate a shift. And while there is reason to believe that the government's fiscal measure will have a positive effect on growth here in India, all is not well in the global economy, and that's casting a pall of gloom on global markets. Germany's economy is suffering its worst downturn in almost 7 years as a manufacturing slump deepens, raising pressure on the government to add fiscal stimulus. Factory activity shrank at the fastest pace in a decade in September, and growth in services softened, according to a monthly report by IHS Markit. There were also further signs that the labour market is taking a hit. That could have an adverse impact on demand and set off a negative spiral for Europe's biggest economy. Indeed, all stock markets in Europe ended in the red, after which US stocks ended mixed, or rather nearly flat. Turning to news from back home now, cement prices fell for the 4th straight month in September as a labour shortage ahead of the festive season weighed on construction activity. All India average cement prices marginally dipped by 2 rupees month on month to 338 rupees for a 50 kilogram bag in September, according to the survey of 15 dealers across 5 regions. The price cut on a pan-India basis was cushioned by a big price hike in southern India. State Bank of India said it will adopt the repo rate as the external benchmark for all floating rate loans for micro, small and medium enterprises, home and retail loans from the 1st of October 2019. The Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India has approached the Supreme Court seeking clarity on its prosecution powers over a month after the National Company Law Appellate Tribunal declined to extend the insolvency period for Amtek Auto. 2 Indian state-owned lenders withdrew rupee-denominated debt sales as fears of additional government borrowing to fund its tax cut stimulus led to an increase in financing costs. Power Finance Corporation cancelled a sale of 3-year bonds of as much as 5,000 crore rupees on Friday, and Bank of Baroda delayed its plan to sell as much as 1,650 crore rupees of perpetual debt yesterday. Union Road Transport Minister Nitin Gadkari said yesterday that there was no need to ban petrol and diesel vehicles as electric mobility has gained momentum on its own and all buses will likely be electric in 2 years. The statement was viewed as an attempt to allay the fears of the automobile industry. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, speaking at the United Nations yesterday, promised to more than double India's renewable energy generation target to 450 gigawatts. And in other news that emerged on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly meeting, Donald Trump, describing himself as an extremely good arbitrator, said he was ready to mediate between Pakistan and India on the Kashmir issue, but both sides needed to agree to that. Trump made the remarks during his meeting with Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan. With that, it's over to Darshan Mehta for the trade setup for the day in India. Morning, Darshan. How are we looking today?
Hi Alex, good morning. Good morning everyone. Global cues are muted at this point of time. Asia is also muted, but the SGX Nifty is indicating a very strong outlook currently. But certain stocks that we need to watch out for. Hexaware had the analyst meet. The company emphasized that BFS being the focus area for securing growth, but they believe in sustaining superior performance in IMS, BPS and healthcare. They are aiming for a 17 to 18% revenue CAGR over the next 5 years, and the management reiterated that a potential merger with NIIT Tech is unlikely. CG Power and Industrial will be in focus. The Registrar of Companies has granted an extension of 2.5 months from September 30th onwards for holding the AGM of the company. Aurobindo Pharma will be in focus. SEBI has imposed a fine of 22 crores on the promoters for violating insider trading norms. Thomas Cook clarifies that they have not received any intimation from the MCA and there is no existing relation with Arush Forex on the news of suspicious transaction. Couple of bulk deals. Zee was down almost 10% yesterday. Catalyst trusteeship sold in 72 lakh shares in the company. Apollo Pipes will be in focus. HNI Ashish Kacholia acquired 2.3 lakh shares in the company. The seller was Canara HSBC OBC Life Insurance. Couple of brokerages. Macquarie has initiated coverage on Embassy REIT with an outperformed rating and a target price of 420. HSBC has downgraded HDFC AMC to a hold based on the valuations, but the target has been raised to 2682 from 2280, and they've also raised Reliance Nimpon's target to 285. Morgan Stanley has upgraded MCX to an overweight from an equal weight and raised the target price to 1260, compelling risk reward amid tough market conditions with attractive valuations. UBS has raised the target price on Phoenix Mills to 1000, and Morgan Stanley has raised Reliance's target price to 1469 from the earlier 1349. But there's much more you need to know before trade actually starts. For that, log on to our website bloombergquint.com and click on the All You Need to Know tab and you will be prepared for morning trade.
Thanks, Darshan. Well, that's all we have for you in this podcast, but as always, there's a lot more on the website bloombergquint.com, so don't forget to check it out. This is Alex Matthews signing off. Have a great day.
I hope you enjoyed listening to All You Need to Know. Did you know that you can listen to the show on the IVM Podcast app? On the IVM Podcast app, along with this, we have a number of other shows which you think you'll enjoy. Listen to Cyrus Says with Cyrus Brocha as the host. Listen to Paisa Vaisa with Anupam Gupta. The Scene and the Unseen with Amit Verma. Or Shunya One hosted by Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay and myself. Check out the IVM Podcast app to get more talk content that you will enjoy.